Welcome to Pallikkutam News, brought to you by Rajagiri Media. Today we discuss the importance of parental engagement in education.
Today, we're diving into some important insights on how parents can play a pivotal role in their children's education.
That's right. We have some enlightening stories to share that will help you engage more effectively in your child's learning journey. Let's start with our headlines.
First up, we have parental engagement boosts high school graduation odds.
Next, we'll discuss parental involvement boosts student success, study highlights impact and challenges.
Then we'll explore empowering students, how psychological ownership transforms educational outcomes.
Following that, we'll look into closing the gap, boosting environmental education with emotional engagement for lasting impact.
And finally, we'll delve into ancient wisdom in action, how Socrates' philosophy shapes modern learning.
Parental engagement boosts high school graduation odds.
Let's start with a fascinating study by Clara Kantova from Charles University, published in Applied Economics in 2024. It highlights how your involvement as parents can significantly impact your child's chances of graduating high school.
The study analyzed data from the National Longitudinal Survey of Youth, 1997, focusing on American kids born between 1983 and 1984 who lived with both parents during their early teenage years.
Kantova's research found that when parents engage more in non-school activities, it can boost graduation rates. But there's a catch. Too much control from parents may actually lower these chances.
This shows the importance of balancing your support. Engaging in positive, encouraging ways can truly help your child succeed.
Parental involvement boosts student success, study highlights impact and challenges.
In another insightful piece published in Education Week by Libby Stanford in 2023, we learned that when parents are involved, their kids do better in school, socially and emotionally.
However, the rise of the parents' rights movement has stirred up some debate. While parents demand more transparency in school curricula, this can sometimes create tension.
Vito Borello, Executive Director of the National Association for Family, School, and Community Engagement, emphasizes that parental roles are more crucial than ever. He encourages parents to support learning at home as well.
Research suggests that when schools foster inclusive environments for all families, it leads to better outcomes for kids. So your active involvement really matters.
Empowering students, how psychological ownership transforms educational outcomes.
Next, let's talk about how empowering your children can improve their learning experiences. A study by Amit Shukla and Vineet Arora from IIT Kanpur, published in Studies in Higher Education in 2023, reveals that when students feel a sense of ownership in their education, they perform better.
By engaging students in activities both in and out of the classroom, parents can help them develop this psychological ownership. The study involved 438 students and found that this feeling is linked to improved educational outcomes.
So by encouraging your children to take part in various activities, you're setting them up for success.
Closing the gap, boosting environmental education with emotional engagement for lasting impact.
In our next story, we focus on an article titled, Bridging the Gap, the Effective Dimension of Learning Outcomes in Environmental Primary and Secondary Education by Violeta Orlovic-Lovren from University of Belgrade and Milica Marusic-Jablanovic from Institute for Educational Research, Dobrinjiska, published in Sustainability in 2023. It discusses how emotional engagement can enhance environmental education in schools.
The authors argue that many programs focus too much on knowledge without nurturing emotional connections to the environment. This emotional engagement is crucial for fostering pro-environmental behaviors in children.
They call for a more balanced approach to education, encouraging teachers to support both knowledge and feelings. Parents can help by discussing environmental issues at home and promoting sustainable practices.
Ancient wisdom in action, how Socrates' philosophy shapes modern learning.
Finally, let's take a look back at ancient Greece. Socrates, who lived from 469 to 399 BCE, believed education should go beyond memorization. Instead, He emphasized critical thinking and moral development.
His method, known as the Socratic method, is still relevant today and aligns with the principles of outcomes-based education, OBE. It focuses on understanding and applying knowledge rather than rote learning.
Encouraging your children to ask questions and think deeply about what they learn can help them become well-rounded individuals, just as Socrates intended.
That wraps up our stories for today. Remember, your involvement in your child's education can lead to amazing outcomes.
Thank you for joining us on Pallikkutam News. Stay engaged, supportive, and continue nurturing your child's love for learning.